Wendy had always been drawn to the forest near her grandmother's house. As a child, she would play for hours, imagining fairies and wizards behind every tree. But as she grew older, her visits became less frequent, and the forest became a distant memory. One autumn day, years later, Wendy found herself back at her grandmother's house, sorting through old belongings. A faded photograph of the forest path caught her eye. The memory of a story her grandmother once told her came flooding back. A tale of a lost little girl who wandered into the forest and was never seen again. Some said she still roamed the woods, transformed into an old tattered doll. Wendy decided to take a walk down the forest path. The fog had rolled in, making the familiar path seem foreign and eerie. The fallen leaves muffled her footsteps, and the only sound was the distant cawing of crows as she walked deeper. The fog grew thicker, and the world around her became a blurred canvas of orange and brown. She remembered the old wooden bench from her childhood and decided to rest for a moment. But as she approached, she noticed something out of place, a doll, old and tattered. Seated on the bench, Wendy reached out, hesitating for a moment before picking up the doll. Its eyes, glassy and vacant, seemed to stare deep into her soul. A sudden gust of wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it a soft, haunting lullaby. "Come play with me," it seemed to say. Doll's lullaby -2 startled. Wendy dropped the doll and began to retreat, but every turn took her deeper into the fog. Panic set in as the whispers grew louder, echoing the same haunting tune. Hours seemed like minutes, and just when hope seemed lost, Wendy stumbled upon a clearing dot. In the middle of the clearing stood a stone circle, ancient and worn. The fog seemed to avoid this place, and the air was still. As Wendy approached, she noticed inscriptions on the stones. They told the story of a protective spirit that guarded the forest from dark entities. A sudden realization hit. The doll was not the lost girl, but a vessel for something far more sinister. Wendy stood inside the stone circle. She felt secured and started reciting the inscriptions as a chant. The ground trembled, and a gust of wind swept the cloud of fog away, leaving the clearing in silence as Wendy made her way back home. The fog lifted, and the forest felt welcoming once again, but the mystery of the lost girl remained unsolved. Every autumn, Wendy would return to the forest, hoping to unravel its secrets and perhaps find the true spirit of the lost girl.